The 1982 North Mesquite boys basketball team went farther than any boys basketball team in North Mesquite history, but their success wasn't a foregone conclusion.
Coming into the season, people were discounting us already. So I think we were ranked third, in the district.
We had basically 6 kids that would play with Keith Adams. He'd a returning star, and the rest of them were all starting for the first time.
But Coach Ron Powell knew what they were capable of.
So they could shoot, they could pass, they could play defense, they could rebound. So it was a very intelligent group of players.
The Stallions went on to play an almost perfect season and finished district champions.
I know everybody was excited. We made it. Now let's make it to the next step.
After beating Duncanville in by-district, they faced what seemed like their toughest challenge yet, the Dallas Carter Cowboys and their coach, Alex Gillum.
He's saying we're old-fashioned, and he was going to be a lesson in modern basketball.
We beat them, yeah, a solid 15, 20 points. It was just a cruise game, actually.
They went on to beat Bryan by 13 points to make it to the state tournament. They were riding a wave into the game with Galveston ball, but it wasn't meant to last.
In long seasons of athletics, you have many peaks and valleys. And sometimes you have injuries, and sometimes you have illness. And unfortunately, our valley was at the end of the season.
Steve Harworth had double pneumonia. Brian and Dale were the only 2 healthy. Mike Davis, that was the 6th man, stepped on a piece of glass and had 6 stitches in the bottom of his foot.
We had the news cameras in practice, and I did this reverse dunk, and I just came back, and as soon as I landed, I knew I hurt myself. And that was like about 3 days before the game.
With the odds stacked against them, the Stallions never thought about quitting and were determined to play to win.
We start out the game, and Matt is showing signs that he's not getting around real well, and so I asked him what, and he finally told me. He didn't tell me before that. I just thought he had the flu. He had tears in his eyes. He was in so much pain, but he wanted to stay in anyway. And so we're trying to get the ball to Dale's side and to Brian's side, because they were the only 2 healthy ones on the floor.
We led for most of that game, and we were up, 3 points with about 3 minutes to go. And we had a couple of turnovers. They went down, scored on a layup, got fouled, hit the free throw. And so within a span of 30 seconds or so, we went from being up 3 to being down 3.
Even with the loss, the 1982 North Mesquite basketball team has solidified their place in North Mesquite history.
I feel good about the hard work, and I feel just blessed to be part of that team.
Really good friends that were united in winning.
So it was just playing together, knowing what each person was going to do, and play it together as a team and have a great time.